what we've done. Choking our world, loading the gun. Some minds are free. Greed is a prison, so hard to see. How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? Oh, look at what we've done. Oh, look at what we've done. Nothing left to give. Bracking the earth, the place where we live. Water we can't drink. Chemical spills, rivers that stink. How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? Oh, look at what we've done.
How y'all doing, baby? It's Sunday. It's Sunday. It's time for another Blue Dot Fund meeting. And I'm glad y'all are here. Believe me. Dwayne Twizzle was the first one to jump in, followed by Susan Greenland and Irene Lambert. Thank you, baby. Doug Sain is here, and Ask Donna, and Buddy Griffin. Thank you very much. Kelly Roberts, Dorothy Tyndall, Teresa Hicks is here. Dorsey Dickelson. There you go. We'll get it sooner or later there. Jeff Curry's here. 420 man from the West. Trudy Baxter. I'm sorry, my head's all messed up. John Mittler's here, is new to this and not so much anymore. Stephen Stott and Busy Lizzie is here. Let me grab this and get on down here, baby. What a day, huh? What a day. Sometimes, I get ready for this shit and I have no idea what I'm going to say. I don't, my mind is so full of shit, as I'm sure y'all's are. This weekend, this has been a terrible blow. But I fear we're not done. Donald Trump's answer to the murder in Minneapolis is to double down. Double down. Double down. He's sending more ICE agents, hundreds more ICE agents into Minneapolis because, that's what'll heal everything. That's what'll fix everything. Just to put more ICE agents on the street. We saw America stand up this weekend en masse to mourn the loss of a God. I keep on thinking when they talk about Renee Good, what kind of a person she was. Man, she checks all the boxes for a good person, for a caring person, for somebody who's involved with kids and just an all-around good person. It should break everybody's heart, this situation that we're in. But if ever there was a time to stand up, this is it, baby. ISIS killed 9 people. Nine. And it's not going to end. I fear Renee Good will not be the last. He's stepping up. He's doubling down. He's daring you, and so is his administration. Anyway, I spent the day on the Tim Cormall show talking about Renee Good, talking about the situation we're in with Tim Cormall and Joe Santorsa and Francie, whose last name I don't know. Yeah, it's been heavy on my mind all day long. Hello, Miss Chick. How are you doing, Dylan?
I'm tired, John.
I am
went
too,
to a protest today. Did you find anything to protest in Corpus?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Did you get to Corpus to protest? Did they have
No, I
anything?
did not. No, I did not. No, I did not. No. My day was pretty busy. I mean, yeah, it was pretty fucked. Anyway, no, I did not. But I understand that they did have one down here in Corpus at on Waterfront.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I did not.
Figured they would.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Wait a minute. I'm sitting here thinking, no. I'm sorry, Danny Pomeroy you just gave yourself away. He said, did you get mail? No, I didn't get mail. So, but that's a hopeful sign. I'll keep checking. Yeah, no, my weekend didn't go as planned. Yeah.
Do they ever?
I am so fucking tired of things just going to shit. Anyway, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm just tired. It was a couple of. Well, for me, with the travel time, it adds an extra hour to the protest.
To get to the protest? They were out
back
en
and forth.
masse. They were out en masse. Everything I saw was just loaded with people. And they're out there today.
Yeah.
They're out there today.
I think there
So,
was
yeah, bless
probably
their hearts. Every freaking
somewhere
one.
between 1,000 and 2,000 people where I was standing in snowbanks.
Standing in snowbanks.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think the snow prevented people from
It
attending.
did not.
No. Boy, howdy shit. Yeah.
But yeah, I've been a little disengaged because of that from the news today, and yeah, I don't have much other than I did find something of picking on what laws that ICE officer might have stepped over the line on, and I did find something else too where they were already investigating. Previous to this, the idea that they set up an intentional situation. Now, I'm not talking just ICE in general. There was, police brutality type things where, they will stand in front of something when they shouldn't, and, that kind of stuff.
Right.
I think the other one that they did say that they were looking at with the ICE in particular this last year was the idea that they caused someone to bump into their cars. They do one of those pump the brake things, and people smash into them.
Right.
They were doing that apparently too. So they're not these innocent guys that are in fear for their lives. No, they're not.
No, they're not. And this asshole was not in fear for his life. He was not. He was pissed.
No,
He was angry from the get-go. He walked all around that
seems
vehicle,
that way.
pissed off.
Yeah.
He did exactly what he intended to do.
Well, he did kind of what he was, he had a long history in terms of he was in the service, and then he was, border patrol, and for a lot of years. He's been around for a lot of years in a
Then he
what
should have
I
known
would
better.
call an aggressive profession. And you don't unlearn your military training. I mean, they train people to kill and respond in such a way, and that doesn't go away. In
With his
particular, if you
experience and
have
his training, he should have
PTSD,
known
that
better.
might even ramp it
I
up a
think he
little bit.
knew he was clear of that vehicle. He saw
He should have.
he was right there. He could see her hands on the wheel. He could see what direction she was going in.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's just
I don't even need to get into that
yeah.
part of it, because the whole point is they're supposed to de-escalate, at least normal
Yeah. Yeah.
officers of the law. No, these are
And that's
border
what
patrol
anybody
and
would do.
different people. They have a different, yeah.
That's what a
But
president would do, but not
right here
ours.
it
He's going to
says
send
in in
hundreds
2000
more.
in 2013, the federal government commissioned an independent review of its own border agents. The Police Executive Research Forum examined 67 use of force incidents that resulted in 19 deaths. What they found was that agents were deliberately stepping in front of moving vehicles to manufacture justification for shooting the drivers.
Go figure.
Yeah,
Go figure.
yeah. Intentionally causing the conditions to allow them to kill people is what they're doing.
Which is
Yep.
what I believe we all
And
saw
the
him do.
report didn't mince words. It noted agents intentionally put themselves into the exit path of the vehicle, thereby exposing themselves to additional risk and creating justification for the use of deadly force. In plain English, they stand where the car was going, then claim self-defense when they pulled the trigger. Yeah. And then, of course,
Sound
Customs and
familiar?
Border Protection tried to bury that report. Yep. When Congress asked for the report, they got a summary with the vehicle positioning findings conveniently omitted. And it took a leak to the Los Angeles Times and an ACLU lawsuit to pry the full document loose.
Oh, it's going to take a lot
By
to get.
May 2014, well, this is still back in 2013,
Yeah.
and by May 2014, under enormous pressure, the CBP finally released it publicly. So, yeah. So then they issued new guidelines that agents should not use their body to block a vehicle's path. They should not shoot at fleeing vehicles unless occupants pose an imminent lethal threat other than the vehicle itself. The policy was explicit. Move out of the way. Now pay attention to this part. The Department of Homeland Security has had an official use of force policy on the books since 2018. Policy statement 044-05, signed by the acting deputy secretary, establishes department-wide standards. It requires force to be objectively reasonable based on the facts and circumstances. It cites the Supreme Court cases that set the legal standard. It looks professional and thorough on paper, but I guess paper doesn't change institutional culture. Training manuals don't override what agents learned on the job a decade ago, and the people who were active agents during the period when stepping in front of vehicles was standard practice didn't just disappear. They got promoted. They became instructors. They trained the next generation. How long has Jonathan Ross, the ICE agent who shot and killed Renee Good, been working for Border Patrol and ICE? Since 2007. Oh, and the Department of Justice policy is even clearer. Firearms may not be discharged at a moving vehicle unless no other objectively reasonable means of defense exists, which includes moving out of the path of the vehicle.
Hey,
That's
which he
the
did.
actual language.
Hey, he did that. He was good at that part.
moving out of the way is supposed to be the first option, not the last. So when a federal agent positions himself in front of a car, pulls out his phone to record with one hand, draws his weapon with the other, and then fires, the question isn't just whether he feared for his life. The question is why he was standing there in the first place. And it goes on, but that's probably plenty, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
It does ask the good question, what is he doing standing in front of the vehicle? But as I say, if you look, he is not in danger of getting hit. She is turning away from him. He has his hand on the fucking car. He knows. He can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, we can look at, and then at 44 seconds in and, all of that shit. No, it's just, it doesn't have to be that detailed. You can see it real obviously.
Obviously. You take away the weapon, and what do we have?
That he was positioning himself. He went around the whole freaking car. I swear he started out going around the car thinking she was going to back up, so I'll get in the back. Then he moves to the front.
I think it speaks volumes, her last words to him. I'm not mad at you, dude. And his last words after he shot her. His first words after he shot her. Explains his attitude.
It explains a lot about, no offense, but male culture in general. And unfortunately, as a female, I've probably been called that once or twice. And just because I've either asserted myself or stood up for myself or protected myself or whatever, said no. And and there it is.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that's the way men are perceived.
Yeah, well, it's just a women's world is a little bit different. We have to be on guard a lot because we don't know what's the next step after the utterance. What happens next? A fist? Or a hand on your throat? Or what? What's going to happen next? A gun through the window?
A gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we can't change all of it all at once. We can be more aware of it, and we can teach our children.
So much we have to do. We have so much we have to do.
Yeah, but first we have to save democracy, John.
Yes, we do have to do that. Hey, let me thank Shifty Lincoln, who came in with a $5 donation and said, ICE's mission statement is confrontation and provocation. Renee Good was ambushed. Fuck them. I can't help but feel the same way. I'm pissed. I don't know how we got into this situation, but I look over to the headline on my left over here, and the Trump administration sends hundreds more federal agents to Minneapolis. He's doubling down. And that's who Donald Trump is. He says, fuck you. You don't like me invading Venezuela? I'll invade Iceland. How you like that? That's who he is. That's who we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And until we get rid of his
there's
ass.
A comment in here.
Huh?
I'd like to. Paul, bro, too. If you don't want escalations, then stop provoking ICE officers that are doing their job. Well, guess what? F you, Paul.
Hey, Paul, how about fucking ICE officers don't go door to door? How about they don't invade a community?
That's not their job. To intimidate people.
And who are they looking for? In this bullshit about, well, he's getting murderers and rapists and all this. No, most 90-something% of the people he's taken have no criminal record. They're not doing anything. They work here. They live here. You fucking moron. You bigot. You asshole. Anybody who sports this shit, I just look at you as racist assholes. The answer is to send more troops in, more ICE agents in. To do what? To do what?
Cause more mayhem, apparently.
That's exactly it, evidently.
Yeah.
Evidently, shove it in your face. Hey, like this. Boy, that is
Yeah.
shit.
But you know what, John?
We got a song for him,
Because
don't
and we do.
we? Yeah, we do. Go
I
ahead.
was going to say they um oh, Paul, go away, Paul. I can make you go away, Paul.
Damn, Paul. Paul, hey, Paul.
Where are you?
Shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you, bitch. What are you doing here anyway? You can't hang around with your other buddies over there on the right-wing nut job society. Fuck. Damn, desperate dude.
No, I forgot what I was going to say.
I was ahead of you, Shifty Lincoln. Just came in with $5 to say play the song for Paul. I was ahead of you, buddy. Thank you.
There we got you.
There you go, Paul.
Oops.
Shut the fuck up and go down the road,
Pushing
buddy.
on the wrong button.
I'm sure the Klan is having a meeting somewhere tonight. You can go hang out with your buddies. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Tell me that's not what they're acting like.
Pretty much. Well, I don't know, John. Let's see what the thunder from down under has to say about all this.
Oh Lord. Let's get the thunder
my
from
thoughts
down
just
under
went out the
down
window.
in here. Let's see what Dave has to say. Oh, look at there, Lady Frida. Oh, he's in the... Hello, Dave.
Hello, America. Hello, Mr. Chick. Hello, John. I'm lost for words. Is there such a thing for me to be lost for words as to what's happening within America at the moment? What's happening with this man-child in your office? He's creating. Well, let's start from the bottom up. Minnesota. He wants to use that as the melting pot to get a reaction. He wants a violent reaction. He knows he's trying to invoke a riot.
Yes, he does.
He wants a riot. He
wants a reaction to this. You're right. That's why he's doubling down. That's why he's going to send more ICE agents in. He wants another incident to happen. He wants a reason.
And he wants a big one. He wants a big one, John. He wants a big incident. And is he in any red states? I don't think he is he?
Is he in what?
ICE. ICE is not in any red states. Are
Shit,
they?
no.
They're only in blue states.
No, they're only in blue states, baby. This is a blue state problem. Fuck this red state shit. Look where I live. You tell me.
So
I haven't seen any ICE down here at all. We have a heavy migrant community here. Proud of them too.
This is a form of a civil war. It's a soft.
It's
civil
one he
war
is trying to start, and that's what we all fear. That's what we fear, that they're going to send in a couple hundred more ICE agents. They're going to start going door to door again. Something's going to happen. An incident's going to happen. Send it. Now the governor has already activated the National Guard in Minnesota.
Exactly. We hear that over here. That governor over there has said, "Fuck off, get out," all that shit. If you come here and break the law, put your fucking mask on, we'll arrest you. That's what we hear.
Boy, howdy shit. Yeah. That whole mask thing bullshit is just, you put a mask on a man, it changes his personality. It changes his willingness to do something. And that's exactly what we see. Yes, they think they're immune to responsibility.
You take off the covering of these people that get into these costumes at Disneyland and all that, and you'll find they're very shy, inverted people. They're very introverted, I should say. People that get in these costumes and do the Disneyland Bugs Bunny thing, but you put them in that costume, they are absolutely a different person. They are extroverts, and they come out. And it's probably their release. It's probably their way of getting it out of their system and doing what makes them feel good, giving those right hormone feelings, And they go back home and they're quiet, miserable, probably looking forward to the next day's work. And I admire people like that. They're normally non-violent people. Sadly, I've got to put a label on all these ICE agents. They're nothing more than mercenaries, John. They are mercenaries. They're not Americans. They are as good as people from any other country that's come in to invade your political system. No different than
If
what's
you ask
happening
me,
in
that's why
Venezuela
half
to a
of them are
degree.
wearing a mask to hide who the hell they are.
And where they're
That's
from,
what I fear.
or probably
Yeah,
from.
yeah. Because
Some
a
of them
whole
probably
lot of
can't
them
even
are
speak English.
recent employees.
I bet a lot of them can speak Russian. This is the sad part about it. The little worm sitting behind all this shit is Putin, who is steering Trump
Oh,
in the way that he got Russia. This is how I
Putin
got Russia.
is
Do this,
is
you do that.
is happy as a lark right now. What we did in Venezuela
He's one
justifies
that
Putin. Justifies what Putin is doing in Ukraine. You can't point fingers if you're doing the same thing. You know,
well, it's so
it gives
open
him a
now.
green light, like he didn't already have one anyway. Let's face it,
What is
Donald
going
Trump
viral?
has been trying to crawl up Putin's ass ever since he got here.
What has
And the,
gone viral is that arsehole standing in front of the ICE agents talking to the people of Minnesota saying, we we executed one of you yesterday. You seen that video?
no, I haven't. That says what?
You have not. That is posted on in the chat. It's a guy that's standing in front of the ICE agents on the ICE agents' side of the line. He's talking to the people protesting with a megaphone, saying that fucking go home. You're going to get hurt. You're going to come into serious problems if you push these agents. And we executed one of you yesterday, and you're all this and you're all that. And I mean, it
No
was just
shit.
a
Use the
disgusting.
word
Yeah.
executed. Use the word
Yes.
executed. Well, isn't that what he
Absolutely.
did? Isn't that what he did?
Hmm.
Mr. Chick, did you hear that? See that video?
I did. I think you had shared it, and I think I did see that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's despicable.
Absolutely disgusting. And he looked like a little Hitler. This guy. He had a moustache, bigger moustache than Hitler's, but he had a moustache, and he had the Hitler type hair. And he's walking up and down. He was quite young. He's probably early 30s. But certainly an ugly, ugly sight for the world to see an American talking like that and saying that we executed one of you yesterday.
No, he's just a right-wing influencer, don't you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
like
And that's who
Paul
they
coming
are.
in here. His name's probably Paul. The
Probably.
Hey,
thing is
thinking
that
of talking
the
about
world is
Paul. Go ahead.
the world is preparing, and it's an ugly thing to say this. The world's preparing for confrontation with America. This is NATO is preparing for confrontation with America. Would you ever thought you've heard those words?
No,
That
no.
someone would say
We
NATO
never
is
thought we would
preparing
hear that shit. Threatening a NATO member. Threatening. Either we do it the easy way or the hard way. It doesn't matter. We're going to take Greenland. Period. Period.
catch up, John.
Yeah,
Oh,
you need
yeah.
to
Let me
catch up.
thank David Cantu. Came in with $5. Said Paul is a PDO supporter, a pedophile supporter. That's what he is, a pedo supporter. The docs. Tell me he ain't. Tell me he ain't. Paul, your man's a draft dodger too, buddy. I'm just sorry. I'm just saying. Convicted felon too. You know, sexual molester. There's a list, buddy. Let me see. The Doc Sanchez, FMF, came in with a $2 donation and said, fear of resistance equals power of despotism. Resist every freaking day. Every freaking day. And KY Moon, KY came in with $2 and said, thanks, Moscow Mitch, for SCOTUS. Fuck Donald J. Trump. Blue Dot Strong. And Cindy Dove came in with a $10 donation. Cindy, thank you, baby. I appreciate all of that. I really, really do.
It's the first time
And I'll
Cindy's
finish.
been listening to us.
It's the first time I've seen that name. So
Yeah,
thank you, Cindy.
first time listener.
We kind of hit a bump over the weekend. Did you notice?
I saw that.
Yeah,
Quite a bump.
quite a bump. Quite a big bump.
It jumped up a couple
Also
thousand.
another big bump.
Went up I went to several thousand followers on I'm thinking there's at least 6 or 7,000 new followers on YouTube and on TikTok and Threads, and yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting bigger.
I want to ask a question, John.
What?
I want to ask a question as to why no one has asked. They all confront these ICE agents and saying you disgrace your country, you know, just traitorous and all that stuff. No one's ever asked them the alleged or the allegiance to who did you swear it to when you were sworn in to this job? Did you swear an allegiance to Trump or the Constitution? No one's asked these ICE agents that question. What did you swear an oath to? Who did you swear an oath to a person?
The same
Because if it's a
oath that I
person,
took, the same oath that hundreds of thousands of people have taken. We take an oath to the Constitution, not to a man, to an
but not
ideal.
the ICE agent. Not the who did the ICE agents take an oath to? No
The
one's
ones here
asked
lately?
that
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, it's a reasonable question for the ones that have been brought in recently.
Yeah, I
Because I'll
want to
tell you
know.
what,
Did they swear an oath?
this influx of ICE agents into ICE, yeah, that does kind of bother me, because I wonder who these people are. You know, they're, I just, you
It's
know,
not who
I have,
they who are they working for? Who are they working for? Are they working for the supposed United States government? Are they working for Donald Trump? That's what I want to know. I want to know, are they allegiant to Donald Trump or the Constitution? It's a simple question. It's saying it answers the question whether these guys are mercenaries or they are genuine government employees. Because you cannot swear an oath to a man within a country when he's applying those people swearing the oath against the people of the country. So are you at war? Because if they said they swore an oath to Donald Trump, you are at war, civilly, at the point. If they swore an oath to the Constitution, you have just got an out of control bunch of people with an out of
I
control
think we do.
president.
I think we do. And it's run by an out of control administration. Everybody in his administration. You tell me that Pam Bondi or what's her name? What's her name?
Rusty Gnome?
What?
Yes, Christy Nome. I'm sorry, Christy Nome. Are qualified for their job. Hell, tell me Kash Patel is qualified for
none
that
of them are.
position. None of them are.
None of them are.
No, their
They're
only
puppets.
qualification is willingness to do whatever it is that Donald Trump wants them to do. And that includes acting against the best interests of our country, against their fellow Americans, against you, against I. They're not interested in a democracy, baby. They're more interested in whatever it is Donnie's got cooking up. We have to be careful.
I'm scared.
We have to be. I am scared
for the
too.
world.
I'm hoping that we get to have midterms. He is looking for a reason not to have them. Yes, and this could be a spark to incite something to happen. And if something does happen, he's going to escalate the shit out of it.
Always.
And here we go. We're going to be in a constitutional crisis pretty soon.
I think we're already there, really, but
Hello, Lady Freedom. How are you, dear?
hi, John. How you doing?
Well, you
Hello,
want me to
Matt.
answer that honestly, or just fake it and say, "Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great, baby." Yeah,
I wish I was.
yeah. It's been pretty-
2026 is just wanting to be as bad as all the other years. Look how it's opening up.
You know,
It's going to give you a lot of answers. It's going to let you know this year. You're going to know, because the midterms are this year. But
Yeah, and it's gonna get rough. But I
it
can't.
is.
I don't understand how Trump cannot understand that Greenland is part of
What?
Denmark.
Yeah.
Denmark is part of NATO.
Yeah.
He should. Somebody. He has
Not only
told
that,
everybody.
Anything that we
Doesn't
wanted
matter.
to do in Greenland, if we wanted to build new military bases in Greenland, if we wanted to build the shit out of them in Greenland, Greenland would say, "Go ahead." That's what we have a pact with them. There's nothing that is preventing us from from installing new military bases. As a matter of fact, the military headcount in Greenland has gone down, baby. It's not near as as many people serving up there as we've had in the past. So this whole bullshit, this whole scare of Greenland being, the gateway for China and Russia to get into the United States, and we're gonna get, it's all bullshit. It's a bullshit narrative. It's just not gonna happen.
You forgot how close Russia is, aka Alaska.
Yeah. Yeah.
And China, they're more interested in trying to take over Asia. So.
Yeah, China's got their interest is in Taiwan. That's their interest.
Oh, definitely that.
And this move in Venezuela just edges China closer to making a move on Taiwan and justifying what Putin's doing in Ukraine. Invading foreign a sovereign nation. And that's what we did to get Maduro. And all of a sudden now we own the country. We own the oil. We own everything. According to Donnie.
Plan, John. And Maduro had this planned. Him and Maduro had this planned somehow. This is too much well set up.
What are we going to do? Be like the Honduran president, just offer enough bribe money, and then next thing you know, he's convicted, and then next thing you know, he gets a pardon from Donnie? You pay enough bribe money?
Yep.
His bullshit with Maduro, it flies in the face of him just pardoning the president of Honduras that was convicted of drug charges.
I actually don't think if everything blows up that Australia were just going to sit in the sidelines, especially with that one weapon they have that we haven't been able to detect yet. Those cardboard drones that Australia has created.
Mm.
It's
we
actually
cannot.
not just.
We still
it's
can't
not
detect
just cardboard. It's something that makes it that we have not shared. We won't share because of the current political climate. Yes, we'd share it with NATO, I'm sure, but I think our government is saying I think we've suspended most of our dealings with America, like a lot of other countries have done so. A lot of countries have suspended dealings with America. So I don't know. Does Trump just take it because he wants it now? Is that going to be what it's going to be like?
That seems to be our foreign policy now. If Trump wants it, he'll take it. Remember, the only restriction on his presidential power is his own morality. That's the only limit on his presidential power.
Wasn't that an amazing thing to say that?
Just for that to come out of his mouth.
Tells you everything.
Yes, it does. He's verbally just telling you. He's telling America, "Fuck you. I'll do what I want, whatever it is." Yeah. Hey, let me catch up real quick. Shifty Lincoln came in with $5. Said, "John, you were mentioned in the comments on the Mercado Media, and I gave you a shameless plug." Hey, well, thank you, Lincoln. I appreciate that. Hey, I got mentioned. Boy, howdy. And Fact Fibers Flush Out Crap came in with $2. Said, "What? Clinton alleged pedo sex was Secret Service doing." Clinton alleged pedo sex was Secret Service doing. I don't know where that Epstein file goes. The pedophiles on that Epstein list. But I don't care who it is. Republican, Democrat, Independent, I don't really care. They're all guilty as shit and should be held accountable. And the Doc Sanchez FMF came back with $2, said, "Too old, seen too much to be intimidated by Nazis." Grr, that's me, baby. If you're trying to end, they've been trying. If you're thinking about trying to fucking intimidate me, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. And every one of you in front of my fucking house is on camera. I'm just saying. Fuck around. And Shifty Lincoln came in with $5 and said, "Donnie had the anti-naughty NATO bug installed into his car in early 1987 when he was in Moscow," and he did. And he's a sellout. He's a suck ass to Putin, and he's selling our country down the tubes for him, and he's allowing Putin to take whatever he wants in Ukraine, kill as many people as he wants in Ukraine, and not do shit about it. He is a Russian asset. Our president, this administration is a fucking Russian asset. I can't say that enough. I need a dog.
It's a Nazi Russian asset. I mean, everything Donny's done so far been the Nazi playbook. It's been Hitler's playbook. I mean, Trump wouldn't know history of World War II, but certainly Putin would know, and he'd be saying, Donny, this is how Hitler done it. This is how Hitler fucked up. Well,
Donny's trying
unfortunately,
again. Donny's trying again. It's the same playbook.
And he made... But isn't it amazing? America had all
Donny
these
does
safety
is
nets.
right out of Hitler's playbook. Divide and conquer, baby. Isn't that yeah. That's what he's
all
done.
the safety nets America has had within its government over all these years, it's kept every president on the straight and narrow to a point. But certainly it's kept every president on the straight and narrow. And one man has come along and torn the whole thing down.
Throwing everything in the ditch, baby. Throwing everything in the ditch.
And how long? 12 months.
Less than a year. Less than a fucking year. Look where we are. Been a good year? No. Not anywhere in this country. Not anywhere in the fucking world. Look at the destruction he's trying to do here in this country, and look at what he's trying to do overseas. He's trying to kick NATO in the nuts, threatening Greenland and all that. What would that do to NATO? The alliances that we've built up all of these years, all of these decades, is all being put on the line for what? For the glory of Donny? Are you shitting me? You fucking assholes.
So he
anyway,
has more money than any other man. He just wants more money than any other man. So
he wants more money and more. He wants the adulation. He wants to be like Kim Jong-un. That's what he wants. He wants the power that Putin has in the adulation that Kim Jong-un gets. He wants us all to hang a picture of him in our house and praise the glorious leader. Anything short of that, you are a traitor to his country, Yeah, billionaires had a great year, didn't they? Outstanding. Hey, let me thank Shifty Lincoln who came in with $5 and said Donnie had the anti-NATO bug installed. Oh, no, I did that one already. I'm sorry. It was Piper Saul who came in with a $20 donation. Thank you very much. And said for all the Renee goods, Semper Fortis, baby. Semper Fortis.
He's actually trying to kill not just NATO,
faithful,
the UN, the Five Eyes. There is 2 or 3 other ones that I'm not sure about, but you've got arrangements and agreements that you've had for decades with a lot of countries that are separate to NATO, that are separate to the UN. So America has got its finger in most pies of the world anyhow. I don't think America needed more power or more control. You have control. You always have had control. But this has taken it to the extreme.
This
Donny
is a
could have
different
been
type of
corrupt
control.
and made lot. It is very much so. This is sick. This is James Bond world fucking criminal type control. This man is sick, and he's sick beyond belief. That he wants to rule the world, and seriously, he wants to rule the world.
He doesn't want the whole world. He's willing to share it with Putin and Kim Jong-un, maybe a couple others, but that's it.
Well, they're going to butt heads soon.
They're going to form a fucking club.
I'm waiting for him to upset Putin, butt heads with Putin. You know?
No, he's not going to do it. He's not going to butt heads with Putin. He's not going to defy Putin in any way. He is willing to give up everything in Ukraine for Putin's benefit. The man has no balls. He sold out to Putin a long time ago. A long, long time ago. I don't know. We all joke about, well, maybe Putin has a videotape, hookers peeing on him or something. I don't know what it is. But Putin has some kind of power over Trump. And my only guess is, yeah, it probably has something to do with a perverted sex thing with a kid or something. That
Well, see,
Putin
this
holds
is
over
it.
Trump's head. I wouldn't doubt it.
Epstein.
There it is.
I
And
wonder
think
whether
about this.
if the Epstein files came out, John, today and said photographs of Donny here with this young girl, evidence of Donny with this young girl. I don't think these people that support him would care.
The maggots
I don't
wouldn't.
think they would.
The maggots
fucking
wouldn't care. The conservatives would. Conservatives would. Conservatives would dump him in a heartbeat. But the maggots, oh no, they don't give a shit if he's a pedophile. They already don't care if he's a convicted felon, if he's a draft dodger, if he's a sexual predator. All of that shit that he's already been convicted of, a thief, a crook, a liar, a cheat, all of that. And they worship his ass. Go America. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know, there's only one kind of person still hanging on to Donnie, and that's a maggot. They hang on to shit. They'll eat shit. They'll devour shit. They'll roll in it. They love it. And that's who they are. That's who the maggots are, the people that still support this man. They're the scum of this fucking earth. I don't know how any other way to say it. They're disgusting.
I think Putin actually has a Trump more because of the Russian mob. The nastiest crime syndicate there really is in the world. Because with the way they handle their business is scary.
You know what? The criminals should have their own political party, the criminal party, because that's who's in control at the moment. The criminal party, not Democrats, not GOP, the criminal party.
Oh yeah.
Or the party of crooks. You know.
The other thing I can't
That's who
understand.
maggots are.
Certainly Trump has heard the aka conspiracy theory that was the mob that took out JFK and his brother. So and now he's angered both the mob and the cartel.
Well, that's conspiracy. We don't know whether it was a mob. We don't know whether it was a mob, the CIA, the Secret Service. You know, he was taken out for political reasons. But we don't know really who did it. So
there's still questions to this day. There are still questions to this day. Hello, Jorge.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fairly doing halfway decent.
Howdy, Jorge.
I saw an
see what kind of mood John's in tonight, huh?
Yeah. The University of Houston has a whole department about petrochemical industry, because of Houston being Houston. And the university, of course, has experts there who study the industry. And the head of the department, they interviewed him today. I thought it was real interesting because he was talking about Venezuela and the oil situation down there. And he said that in order for it to be profitable, it would have to go for $85 a barrel. And we're at 58 or something like that right now. And so he says
we've got lots of oil.
Venezuela is uninvestable because you can't invest in it.
It would take several decades.
Okay, but so now Trump comes out after everyone told him no at the meeting the other day, and he lied about it. He comes out and he goes, well, the United States will help compensate for the investment down there in order to get this up and running. Okay, now look, we are looking at a decade before the infrastructure can be built
At least one decade.
And possibly $1 trillion. And Trump is saying we will back it up. Okay? Basically,
got all that tariff money.
There's three different possibilities that either they go down there and we start reimbursing them for the investment. Number two, they go down there and we start taking the oil revenue and splitting it with them, which is still us paying them. Or number three, they go down there, they get everything up and running, and then we owe them $1 trillion. So any way you look at it, the taxpayers are going to end up. It's just like Mexico paying for the wall. Okay, it's that Mexico pay for the wall thing again.
Yeah, yeah.
Any way
And
you
we
look
all
at
see how that went.
it, yeah, it's swimmingly.
Yeah.
Didn't need a
Yeah.
crystal ball to know how that was going to turn out.
Well, you know,
What I can understand is why is Venezuela so welcoming to Trump? No, that's wrong. Why is Venezuela's this opposition leader or vice president, whatever this woman is, that's going to give the peace prize to Donny, which is all part of the deal, I'm sure. You can take 5 ships. Those ships are worth $50 million to $100 million each, and the crude oil inside those ships is probably worth a couple of $100 million. So each time he's taken a ship, he's taken $300 million worth of value, and that's 5 times. That's a lot of money that Venezuela may have lost, and
well,
yet, you
what
know,
is the
there's
gross
this.
national product of Venezuela? I mean,
Don't know. Wouldn't have a clue, mate. But if they've got so much oil, certainly their assets are worth a lot. I mean, maybe Trump's just trying to say, well, we own Venezuelan oil, we own the minerals and the oil and whatever's in Greenland, and it's all based on credit, meaning that it's not really there now, but it could be there. So it's like saying, well, we've got a fingerprint here, we've got a fingerprint there, we own all that, and maybe Putin's going to get Ukraine and get his USSR back again, and Trump's allowing all that. Maybe it's just a world land grab. You know, it's control the land.
they
Not
estimate that the GNP of Venezuela in 2024 was around $120 billion.
The GDP
Uh,
of Venezuela.
yeah, that's with the oil. Due to economic collapse and lack of official reporting, uh, and so anyway, just it's just a huge mess down there. Okay, and and this is like asphalt grade petroleum, and the 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 price per barrel ain't there. It just the money just ain't there, John.
So what?
You
So
So it's
what's
know,
not
this
fuel
about,
oil.
baby?
It's not
What's
fuel
this
oil,
about?
Jorge.
no, it's that's what I'm saying. It's heavy crude that's going to require a lot of
So it's
A lot of
refining,
construction
refining.
trade.
Yes,
and
a lot of
Yeah.
refining.
the money. The guy at U of H said that it'd take $85, I think, to like break
I just
even
saw
or
somebody in
something
the
on it.
chat. $88 a barrel to produce it.
Yeah, to break even.
Yeah, we're not there.
That's a lot. That's a
We
lot
ain't even
more
close.
expensive
Ain't
than
even close to that.
No, no,
the
because we're
barrel
flush
price
with fucking oil.
See,
the
and once
barrel
again,
price off the ocean is only about $45 a
yeah.
barrel.
So once again, we're at that nasty situation that Trumpers hate, where it's like the numbers just won't lie for you. You know, they hate that when because they don't like numbers.
I
Or
don't think
history.
of half of them know fucking
They
numbers.
think they're Arabic numerals
They
or
think they're
something. You
Arabic.
know,
They're Muslim numbers. You
yeah,
know,
they're Muslim
we
numbers.
don't use
You
that
can't
shit.
trust that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's who they are, baby. Hey, let me thank
Anyway, I
Chadwick
just thought I'd
Rogers
chuck
came in
that
with
into the conversation.
Well, I'm glad you did. Chadwick Rogers came in with a $2 donation that said Dumpty Don wants us to gargle his diarrhea. Yeah, well, I'm not up for that shit. Neither are you, and we're not going to. You know, this is boy, howdy. We got less than a year, baby. We got less than a year. 10 months.
Did you see the reporting on the Candy Center where I think it was I did save the video if anyone wants me to post it. It's a video that just someone talking, but they brought up a very good point about Trump putting his name up again next to Kennedy on that building is stolen valor, which is so true because Kennedy was a war hero. He was a true war hero. They even made a movie about him, PT 109. And this man wants to put his name next to him, a draft dodger. That is stolen valor and an insult to Kennedy.
It's an insult to this country. And you see the
And
result of it.
many
You see people
people
pulling out left and right. They don't want to perform
Yes,
there
adults.
in a building under his name. I guess what's his name? The guitar guy,
Ted
big
Nugent?
Trump said. Ted Nugent, yeah, Ted Nugent. Maybe Ted Nugent will perform. Yeah, he'll put on a big performance.
Teddy.
Yeah.
Teddy boy.
Yeah,
Ted Nut job.
You know
maybe shoot
what,
up a couple beer
80
cans or
feet
something.
long and has 4 teeth?
What has 4 teeth? 80 foot long.
At the front row of the Ted Nugent
There
concert.
you go. There you go. There you go. Mm.
All that
Fortunately,
roadkill they
those
keep on.
There you are, guys.
Gee, that's funny. I would have given him 3
I
feet
just
of
been
them now.
sitting on that one.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
It's so true though, the attitude. See, I blame a lot of this on we're all gonna say, we all know this, Dave, but the TV stations, if they had been broadcasting what we know about Trump and which is actual disturbing news, he would nowhere near have the power he's got. A lot of these people unfortunately only listen to Fox or Newsmax, and that is a sad part about it. They don't broaden their minds and get opinions. So, but even people that are podcasters that have been very pro-Trump, they're not so pro-Trump now like this Ben Shapiro and so forth. They're very... Go on.
I want to say I see movement in this country. I see movement. The Republicans are. It looks right now it's going to suffer in the midterms, but I think there's a growing distaste for Trump and his administration, his whole damn little pack of whatever the fuck you want to call them, his loyal maggots.
Minions.
Yeah, minions.
The Borg.
Yeah.
One mind, many bodies.
Just can't stand, baby.
And
I don't think the American people are going to stand for it.
Trump's attack on the world, and look, by doing what he's doing and saying what he's saying about other countries and taking what he wants to take, that's an attack on the world. The fear that he's installing into the world is going to affect the world's economy as well. It's having a big effect on the world economy, I'm sure. It's dangerous,
it's going to have it,
and that's what starts war.
Not only for the economy, for security around the world. This administration is doing its best to, in my opinion, destroy this country, to destroy everything it stands for, democracy itself. They want an oligarch society.
Have you seen the job numbers? Have you seen any inflation numbers? Have you seen anything of a sort? You don't know where your inflation rate is. You don't know how much money you got in the bank. You don't know what your credit bill is.
No, I know how much.
I'd hate to think.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's running on your country's credit card. You've given a 5-time bankrupter the country's
He's bankrupt
credit
this
card.
country. He is morally bankrupt this country. We don't have a moral leg to stand on anywhere in the world right now. Nothing. We can't point to anything that we're doing and saying this is good for society. It's not. It's good for his bank account. It's good for his power structure. This is not good, baby. This is not good. I fear. I really do. I fear for what's coming down the pike, where we're headed. I don't see a good thing here.
No.
I see a clash.
We are in
Unfortunately, I
dangerous
do
territory.
see a clash.
We are in dangerous territory. He is looking for the excuse. And I'm afraid tensions are going to get so high that we're going to give it to him.
And if you don't give it to him, he'll do a false flag.
Yes, he'll do it in another manner. Whatever it takes. He's already admitted that he's going to lose in the midterms and he's going to get impeached. What's the answer to that? No midterms. Let's don't have them. That's what I fear. 10 months, baby. 10 months. We have to make it through 10 months of standing up to this man without violence. That's going to be hard to do in the atmosphere that we're in today.
And he's going to do everything he can to provoke it.
He will do everything, including in the aftermath of Minneapolis, putting out the word that they are sending hundreds more ICE agents to Minnesota. For what? What is that?
Because the Minnesotan police chief told him, don't send your dickheads here. So he's gone, you fucking right I will. Maybe if she hadn't have come out and said that, maybe he may not have sent more. I think he wants her to maybe try and arrest some ICE people, which would justify him doing something else in retaliation and making it bad that way. There's
lots of ways this can go wrong. There's lots of ways this can go wrong.
So many triggers out there, John.
Indeed. And one of them's going to get tripped. That's what we fear.
I'll use the same analogy I used a while ago. This is feeling like watching a 3-year-old running around with a loaded .45 handgun with the safety turned off, and you're tied in a chair, and you can't do anything.
That's what we feel like
this
right
is
now.
what it's like.
Yeah, that's what we feel
You're
like right
tied
now.
into a chair.
That we can't do anything. Our hands are tied.
Yep.
And
Our
this
hands
kid's
can't
got a
be tied.
handgun.
We can't.
Not just that, John.
The Washington National Opera is not going to perform at the Kennedy Center for the first time in 55 years. So that tells you a little something. I mean, they've been there 55 years, and it's like, no more.
The world is changing, baby. We're changing. We're standing
For
up.
the good.
Yes. Philly, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, John.
Doing
Hello,
all right,
Philly.
brother.
Yeah, so the outpouring of support for Renee Good has just been extraordinary. It's just been really amazing. People standing up for her, and you know what happened was clearly murder. That's what it is.
Clearly,
there's no.
And I would go as far as to say premeditated. He knew what he was doing.
Well, you have seen these single shots, haven't you? Someone broke down the film frame by frame, and the shots are actually there as an individual picture. And this man was in no way in danger of the car for every
not
shot
on the
he
first
fired.
shot, not on the second, and damn sure not on the third.
Police officer training is always oriented towards police officer safety.
You never get in front of a car.
It's always about safety. There's nothing he was doing that was safe.
It was all wrong.
Okay? He had a phone in his hand, one hand, pulled out a gun on the other. Was in front of the vehicle, shouldn't have been there.
And why would he have the phone?
Know?
Why would he be recording? Why would he be doing that?
I don't know if
No
I'm
answer,
afraid
huh?
for my
No
life. I'm
answer.
going to drop the damn phone and do
No shit.
something.
If I'm concerned about the situation I'm in, I'm damn sure not going to have my phone in my hand.
The guy that even went into the door, I guess he was trying to shut the car off or something. That was unsafe.
That was illegal.
You
It
know,
was
there
illegal.
was nothing. There was
They
They
need
don't
to be
have
there
the
wearing
was
body
authority
cams.
yeah.
to do that.
They need to wear body
It's to
cams,
avoid
guys.
unnecessary risk. They teach officers to avoid unnecessary risk and always maintaining a safe position. There was none of that there. None of it.
Didn't this guy get disciplined recently or a few months ago for the same thing? He was actually in PSD for
He was
doing the same
dragged
thing, whatever it may have been.
with
He
his
got
arm
involved
in a
with
car.
okay, so he done the wrong thing then.
So
Apparently,
now
stuck his body or
he's
something.
real gun shy about it because he got dragged one time.
Yeah,
They
they
put him
keep
back
bringing
out
that up,
there,
and
and
the
this
more they
time
bring
he
it up,
shot him.
that's my thought.
Yeah,
Is
he
well, what
thought
the
it
hell
was
is
going
he
to
doing
happen
back
again,
out
so
on the
he's going to
street?
kill him.
What's he doing in that
Yeah.
situation?
Exactly.
Again.
He's
This
not
time
doing
he
too
said,
good. He's in hiding right
no.
now. He's in hiding. Since
Oh,
his
they
name
moved his
came out,
family.
he's got
ICE
problems.
moved his family
Good.
and everybody out of the house. It's an empty house.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh, I'm
they
sure
moved him.
I'm sure they got him in a nice place. I'm sure.
he
Well, he's
I
probably in the
Cushy.
officers' quarters on some base somewhere.
just
Set
the
up
fact that
cushy.
Christy Nome just said all those things, just lied.
Oh,
I mean,
disgusting.
it was,
Disgusting.
yeah.
And this guy's walking back to.
But
There was also another video of Christian Holmes saying how this man was run over in hospital. Lucky he wasn't killed. And he's in hospital.
Yeah.
Blah blah. And they've got the video of him walking
They
away
painted a
to his
picture, didn't
car.
they? They painted a picture.
Ah,
Oh my God, it was devastating. The guy's in the hospital recuperating from being run over by it was all painted that way for a reason. Before
Christy
the scene was
Nome
even cleared.
lying. JD Vance is another one. Another piece of
J.D.
garbage
Vance.
that's lying.
shit. Well, he's actually quite dangerous, JD Vance. He can see himself becoming president very soon, and I think he's become a little bit more cantankerous, evil. Yeah, cocky.
Yeah, cocky.
Exactly. Great word, John. Yeah. He can see himself. He knows he's going to be president. He knows that Donny's not well. Whether he lasts
He's
to
learning.
the
He's learning
midterm,
everything from Trump how to lie. Just sit there and just come up and just make up stuff and lie.
He
would have
thinks he has the
all the
magnetism
controllers in
to
his,
the maggots
in his
that Trump has. The maggots aren't going to
Yep.
hold with J.D. Vance. They're in it for Trump. They'll hang around for a week or two and then fade off back into their garage. Maybe we can get them to shut the fucking door and take their goddamn fucking rebel flag with them. Shit like that.
And they go back under their
they
rock.
need to go back under their rocks, where they were before Trump came along. Before Trump came along, when Obama was president, when he came out with the Africa stuff and all that crap, and all the maggots, all the little racist maggots came out from underneath their fucking rocks. They found themselves a hero, and they've hung on to him. And that, to me, I think that's basically what he's got left, is that
But
base
also,
of
John,
maggots.
Also, the Heritage Foundation and the Federal Society, all those shits found their patsy because they did say they could not pull off 2025 project
Without
until
somebody like Trump.
they had a president they could.
it was
That's
all
right, they can
locked and
control.
loaded,
Yep,
waiting
you bet
on
your
the
ass.
right guy to get in there.
If
and
you
this is
think
10
any of
years
this
worth
is
of
Trump's
shit
doing,
coming down in 1 year. 10
That's
years
what
of planning in 1 year.
Yep, the Federal
it's
Society,
the
the
difference
Heritage Foundation.
between the first
They've all been
Trump
waiting for Trump.
administration and this one. This one, he
This
came
one, they
in.
were ready.
They were ready. The first term was a fluke. Nobody even guessed he would
stands
get
up
his ass
there and
elected. The
he
first 2
moves
years,
his
he tried to
mouth.
get his thumb out of his ass.
He moves his mouth, and their hand is up the back of his
You
suit,
bet your ass.
know? And that's the way this is going. Now,
Lower
I
it,
don't
lower it.
know,
He's
I don't know how visually oriented everyone is, but to me, sometimes I see a picture and it's just like it jumps at me. Okay, it's kind of like, okay, this is just I need to look at this a little more, you know. And the other day, I don't know if y'all saw Christy Nome. She had the brown cowboy hat on. Did you
Oh
see that
Lord.
in the picture? And she had like
I'm
the
sorry. I
ice
wear a
guy
hat.
on the
I
left,
fucking wear a hat. That just
and
pisses me
and
off.
and
I'm sorry.
she had this guy
You
from the
fucking bitch.
army, and she had this brown. She was perfectly color coordinated with their uniforms. And in the
Yep.
background, there's like a armored vehicle with an American flag hanging on it,
Yeah, yeah.
and she's talking about the situation in Minneapolis, and it's kind of like, well, now wait, why do you have this guy from the army with you? You know, why is the army there? And it turns out I zoomed in on this guy, and I got his name tag off his fucking uniform, and he's the head of like the what's the word I'm looking for? This is spy department, and they oh jeez. Anyway, he's like this cyber guy, right? That for the military. It's like, why do you have this guy here? If you're, talking about Minnesota, why do you have this cyber guy from the military here? You know, it's very questionable, the whole thing. And of course, he's got a glowing uh, resume, but why is he here?
Mm-mm.
Makes you wonder, don't it?
Make me
But
wonder
No,
she
about a
was,
lot of shit.
but she was perfectly color coordinated with her cowboy hat
There
and
you
her kind of
go. Thank
suede
you, Gary
looking.
Spring. It's not
Yeah,
about the hat, John. It's about the person under the fucking hat. That matters. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
point
Yeah.
And
taken.
Anybody can wear a hat,
has
but
everybody seen the movie V for Vendetta?
no.
Been a while.
maybe,
That's my standard
maybe. Yeah.
It's
answer for
called
just
it's
about every
called
movie
V
you
for
can think of.
Vendetta. Well, that was the inspiration about the Guy Fawkes masks back a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I was
Right?
watching that movie yesterday, and I couldn't help but think, oh my Lord, art life is imitating art. It's the same rundown, how the government controlled the media, it controlled law enforcement, the military, everything. Everybody's rights more, everybody had there was a curfew. Everybody couldn't be out of their house at a certain time. And they had to watch what they said about this, that, or anything because of national surveillance, listening to what everybody has to say. And I'm just there. I'm like, life is trying to imitate art. And if we don't nip it in the bud now, we're going to be living that kind of
Let's
life.
pick a different movie then. If we're going to imitate something, let's pick a different movie.
I wish we
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, this is America's second Pearl Harbor.
J.D.
Yep.
Vance sat there and I guess he was at the White House when he was speaking, but he started calling, all the protesters domestic terrorists, or called, Miss Good a domestic terrorist because she used the car to hit the guy, So he's already, telling these lies, and I wrote down some definitions of terrorists, if you don't mind me reading them real quick, John.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, terrorism is the calculated use of violence to create fear in a population and achieve a political objective. That's the definition of terrorism. A terrorist is a person or a group that uses violence or the threat of violence for political, ideological, or religious
Wait a
purposes,
minute.
often
Wait a minute.
supported by the use of misleading or false information to justify, promote, or facilitate those acts.
Seems I've heard
You
this
know,
before.
there's a,
I've seen this story
yeah,
before.
yeah. There's always a distinction between an aggressor and a defender. Defenders are not terrorists. Terrorism involves initiating violence or threatening violence for political, ideological, or religious purposes.
Which is what
Defenders
ICE is doing.
respond. Yeah, defenders respond to protect themselves, others, or a lawful process. They are reacting to aggression, not causing it. I'm done.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think
yeah.
I don't think
Either
this
way,
I just wanted to read. I just wanted to read that out there for
I don't
people
think
to.
this mother of three with stuffed animals in the glove box qualifies under as a terrorist under those
Oh,
uh,
but isn't
descriptions.
that what Christy Nome immediately called her?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Immediately. Immediately.
a
Domestic
radical
terror.
left, a radical left
Yep.
terrorist
Oh,
called her.
they play that. They
But they
play that all the
always
time.
use, if you notice in there, when they're defaming the decent people of America, they always use the radical left. That word left is part of the game plan. Make sure you use the word left in there. Accuse the left. Don't accuse people, accuse the left. So it's a branding thing. It's a brainwashing branding thing. So they're destroying the political party. They're not destroying it. It's like saying that all those people on J6 attacked the building, they were all not from the left, all not from the right, but um, we said they were all from the right, and we all know they're all from the right. Everyone uses it, but they're using it to the point of brainwashing these MAGA fools, these ICE agents. Remember, that some of these ICE agents also, I do believe, are ex-servicemen who have come back from Afghanistan, that have been
A little
trained to
bit,
fight,
Paul. A
that,
little
that
bit.
love that adrenaline rush, that wanted to be in ICE. Maybe they don't believe in Trump, but they just love that adrenaline rush of having that killing power, I suppose. It's just ICE is made up of a
I
bunch
just
of
wonder
sick
how many
people.
good old boys from East Texas in the militias are now wearing uniforms and are government
Yeah.
agents.
Yeah, that's what I wonder a lot.
'Cause you
This
know how
this
it is
big
up there in
influx
East Texas, right, John?
is in, but yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
And South
Yeah, I do.
Africans. Didn't they use guys bring over a whole pile of South African men, young men? They're all under 35 and white
Oh, it's
South
a
Africans.
mercenary army. You're absolutely correct about that, and I would not be surprised if suddenly there were people speaking other languages wearing ICE uniforms. It wouldn't surprise me a bit.
Yep, there'd be Russian speaking men there, I'm sure.
No.
I don't
I
think
just.
that all those ICE people are real Americans. I really don't think they're real Americans. That's why
Well,
Trump bought
that's a
these
sad thing,
South
Dave, is they
Africans in.
are. They are.
Yeah,
And we have to realize
According to
Uh,
that
Trump.
these people are from our cities, our towns,
I have a
our
friend whose
communities.
nephew is doing it, and he said that he likes
These are
it
our
just because
neighbors.
he can hang out with the guys and it's easy
I don't know how
money.
y'all's neighbors are. I, I get a I get a plain clear signal from mine, baby.
Yeah, you
You
know
know?
how my neighbors are, John.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
where I'm at, man. It's the heart of the
they,
beast,
they
man.
they get they get paid to betray their neighbors.
What?
Yeah, they would too.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. Is that
I've got to go,
they
John.
turn
Got to
neighbors
Got to
go.
against
go,
neighbors.
Dave.
See you later, people.
All right, babe.
All
All
right,
Dave.
right, Ozzy.
Dave.
Take care.
If
See
Dave
you,
has to
John.
leave that quick, there's something and
There's an
bless his
animal
heart for
probably
there's an
involved.
animal problem or something. That
Uh,
bless.
Or there's one running loose in the yard. It could be that.
Yeah, it could be that, but more than likely, I'm sure. Uh, let me see. Uh, Adrenaline's
Ron,
had
at
his
this
hand
time,
up.
I wanna, if you don't mind, I'd like to thank everybody that can hear us. I want to thank if you came out to a protest on behalf of uh, Renee Good. I just want to thank you for coming out and
I
supporting
want to
that.
thank everybody who stood up for this, who is continuing to stand up. We all need to stand up. We got 10 months to practice, baby. And then the real deal's going to come down.
We all
have-
are
Yes,
Renee Good.
every one of us. Every one of us. You know, when they
And
speak
any
of
of
her,
us
I'm
do
so
that.
proud of her for the life that they've demonstrated that she lived. Good on her. She was doing exactly what her morals required of her. Yeah. We should all have that much courage. Every one of us should have that much courage.
Yep.
Yeah. Her last words, James. I'm not mad at you, bro.
Yeah.
That's who she was.
And then he killed her.
And then he killed her.
And he killed her.
Yeah. He was
It's,
mad
you
at
know,
her. He was mad at her.
it was-
And that was obvious with his first fucking comment and the way
and
it
you
was
know what?
spoken.
From what I understand, that her family that had received so much money on the GoFundMe that they have diverted funding to other charities.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
And
Hey, Charlie Kirk's is still open. You think they're diverting any of that?
yeah, Charlie Kirk's wife,
Yeah.
he was only worth $14 million to start with,
Yeah,
so she
yeah.
needed some
She
bean
needs
money,
more.
didn't she?
Yeah, she needs more.
Some beans and
So-
rice money. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So is
but
that what happened? The people were still giving, and they diverted other funds
I
to.
believe they actually have started sending funds to other charities and things. Because
the outreach was tremendous.
just
The outreach was
overwhelming.
tremendous.
Yeah, it was.
It
It
was
was. The
overwhelming.
last I seen was 15. Was 1,000,005, something like that. I think.
Yeah. So I mean, what?
5
Normal people, you give them $1 million for these children, and the children will be taken care of, and that's really all that anybody wants. You know, nobody's trying to. You don't have to get rich off of everything. Sometimes you just got to do what's fucking right. You know,
Right. And
sometimes
you know what?
people just
That
have
money-
to do what's right.
That money's gonna help them live their lives, but it's never going to
It won't.
recover
Replace their
them
mom.
from
Never.
losing their mom. That's a hole
Yeah.
that no amount
Well,
of money's
Es-
gonna.
Especially not on anything that was this publicized.
Hey, before we bring
You know,
adrenaline in, I want to
it's
thank
hard
Benny. Ben from Kansas City came in with $5. Said Jonathan Ross has been an ICE agent since 2011, and then left in 2014 and just re-enlisted in 2025. This is not the first time he has done this. Yeah, thank you, Ben.
Why did he leave in 2014?
Damn good question. Damn good question. Maybe
Huh.
we ought to find out.
Huh.
One thing about it, this is not his first time around the block. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He
And he
knew
was
what position
filming
he
it.
put himself. Yes. Damn proud of it. Look at me. I got my camera out. I'm filming you. Why don't we just put a body camera on your ass? Why don't we put a body camera on every fucking one of them?
Oh, ain't that funny? Why don't we put a body camera on anybody who's got a badge and a gun?
Well, nowadays,
How about
anywhere
that?
they are, there's cameras on them. And good on that. Good on that. Anywhere they go. If you're around them anywhere, hold up your camera. Get that film out, baby. Film what they're doing.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
something. This
A picture's worth 1,000 words.
adrenaline.
Good evening, John.
How are
Good
you
evening,
doing,
Blue
brother?
Dots. I'm
Hey, what's
Hey,
going on,
Adrian.
bro?
little by little.
It's all over the place.
My since we're on the topic, I'm just going to let you know that Miss Good was the 5th person that's been killed this year by this administration. There was over 25 last year killed by this administration,
One on New Year's Eve.
and there's been,
Yeah.
And I feel there's going to be more.
yeah. And
There will be more.
Yes, there will be, unfortunately.
That's the idea.
They're testing the waters,
It's
is what they're doing. How much shit can we get away with? How far can we
trying
push
to
these
trying
motherfuckers
to
before they
trying to
explode?
a reaction to generate a reaction.
Poke the
Like I
cow,
say, their response
poke the
to
cow and get the
Minneapolis
bull.
is not to calm the waters, not to calm people's fears or anything. Hell no, their answer is to send in more ice, hundreds more.
How much can we get away with?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, you
And
don't like
now,
that?
See
Take
what we can
this.
get
and
away
now
with.
that and now that
Oh,
and now that Iran has killed over 500 protesters, now this mentally retarded individual that we've got in the toddler seat is threatening to bomb Iran.
Yeah, that's a real
What the
possibility
fuck?
too. That's a real possibility. Things in Iran are not
But
going
didn't
well.
Trump
A
sit
lot of
there?
He can't even
protests,
run this country.
and we don't need to interfere in it. This is Iran needs to do this. Iran needs to get out from underneath the Ayatollah, whatever his fucking name is.
the
The religion,
theocracy.
yes, the theocracy. They used to
Yeah.
be a more liberated
Yeah,
country.
they were
Yeah.
kind of well, more
Yeah.
Western sort of
More Western
country.
style. Right up
It's
until,
like
yes,
Lebanon too. Like Lebanon,
47
Beirut
years
was
ago.
like
47
was
years.
like
They've
it
been
used
under
to be
Islamic rule,
Lebanon and Iran is you know
and the people are fed
used to
up
be
with it.
more Western sort of places. And the young people are tired of this bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't understand why. You know,
But if we step in, if
when
we
we were
attack,
young,
we're attacking their country.
yeah, and
That's
that
not going to
ain't
go
gonna
over
go
well.
good anyway.
Yeah.
Because
You
you
know, this
you
is the
remember Iraq, right? Well, Iran is much bigger and more armed than Iraq ever was. And you see what happened in
in
Iraq.
Yeah,
in the first
but
12
didn't
months, we are the first time we have struck 8 countries in first 12 months of this man's term.
Yeah,
And
Eight
yet,
that's
different
right.
countries we've
and yet
already
he wants the
struck.
He
peace
wants
prize.
the peace
He
prize.
wants the Nobel Peace Prize.
yeah, but didn't Trump at one point, praise the Iranians and call them a brave people and that he was ready to help them gain freedom?
Yes.
Oh, sure
Yep.
he did. He said
That's
that
what he's
about
going
Did
to
he say
sing
that?
now.
everybody.
That's what he's
We're,
singing
we're
right
ready
now.
to help the
Yeah.
protesters in Iran, you know,
We do that. It's
get
not going to
get
end
the
up the way
freedom
he
they
thinks
need.
it is.
See, little Marco,
But yet,
he
Christian
is
Ohm's got
flat.
the balls.
He's throwing out the ultimatums to Cuba because that's his deal. You know, he's a Cuban, the son of a Cuban refugee,
Refugee. Yeah.
and so he is like throwing it out because see, the Venezuela thing is connected to Cuba. They've got a very strong Venezuela
See,
and Cuba have this
a pattern here.
Bolivar uh, thing going on where they were like connected by philosophy to the Bolivarian Revolution, and so Venezuela helped support Cuba. Cuba helped support Venezuela, and they had this big trade thing going. But now, we've done messed up the oil supply to Cuba, and think that because little Marco thinks this is going to collapse the economy and cause a revolution, and we can move in and et cetera, and
Yeah.
we're threatening it
It's that
already.
et cetera part.
Already, but we don't really have a plan, but we're just going to wing it.
We'll wing it. Yeah.
Because
It seems to be
we
working
do
so
that,
far, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at the other times we winged it. In Vietnam and Korea. I mean, just wing it. And so, but Cuba has other friends.
Yep.
And their friends aren't
Are going to
really
step up.
aren't really cool with us anyway. And we are kicking our friends in the nuts every day, and they've still got friends, you know. And this is a mess. But see, the little Marco's promising all along to his the people down there in South Florida that you know I'm gonna get rid of the regime in Cuba, and you know we can all get be reunited with our relatives and shit, because that's his whole thing. Okay, I
Hey,
mean
John,
it always has been.
Yeah.
what's the primary missile that the Navy uses? That the long-range ICBM that the subs and ships launched vertically?
What is the
It's not
name
the
of it?
JDAM.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that up on the name of the missile.
Oh, over the past 15 years of all the places we've struck, they can only produce 80 to 90 of those per 12 months. And they say that the stockpile of those missiles are so low um, that we aren't even going to be able to keep up if we get into a war.
Especially with
Right.
what's going on with Raytheon
Yep,
and the Trump
with a
administration.
$785 million contract.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're doubling the defense budget. We'll have plenty of money. We're gonna buy missiles up. We're gonna build them all out. Watch it. We'll have plenty. And no, I don't think that's gonna happen. No, I don't. As a matter of fact, but the part about doubling the defense budget is true. They want to double it. Where, in my opinion, they could cut the son of a bitch in half, and we'd still be the most powerful nation on earth.
They sure shit did it for Christy Nome.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to call it a night, and I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining the conversation tonight. Yeah, it's been a hell of a conversation. I appreciate all of y'all coming in. Philly,
Yes, sir.
thank you for coming in, partner. I appreciate it.
Thank you for John. I always have to thank you, but thank you for allowing me to speak.
Oh,
And
you're
letting
welcome
me
here
come
anytime,
to the
brother.
table, and
Your
I
voice is
always
welcome here
appreciate
all
you
the time.
and what you're doing. So,
I just set the table,
thank
buddy.
you.
Y'all show up. That's the deal. But I appreciate it anyway.
All right. Well,
Uh,
yes, sir. Good night, everybody.
Good night. And adrenaline.
Thanks, Sean, for having me in. It was brief, but let's keep protesting on Mrs. Good behalf.
On her behalf and on for all of us. We're all in this fight, baby. Yeah, I like that, Kelly
10-4, love
Roberts.
you, Blue Dots.
I like that. Good night. Yes, her name. I like that. Anyway, adrenaline. Thank you again, and we'll talk again soon, brother.
Thank you, John.
You bet. And Jorge, tire biter.
Yes,
Always a
sir.
pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure.
Well, you know we're living under the shadow of this at all times, and we're all very hyper aware of just how tenuous our circumstances are. But you know, if you can't laugh, what's the point in living?
There you
You
go, buddy.
know, and if you can't
You got
like,
to
share, and subscribe,
you got to
then
smile.
you need to be on somebody else's channel, baby.
Hey,
And
and a lot of people
and
did that.
and and buy you a T-shirt or something, because it makes you look responsible if you're wearing a blue dot
I
T-shirt. You
appreciate
know,
it. I appreciate it.
that's
Yeah.
right. It makes you look like you are labeling yourself as an intellectual if you do that, and
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah. That's
okay.
true. That's true. It's an
Yeah.
There's
intellectual
nothing
sign if
wrong
you
with that.
nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that. They're wrong. We're right.
There
Okay.
you go, baby.
Good
Anyway,
night, America.
good
Good
night,
night,
Jorge.
John. We
My
love you,
best to
Blue
Nan, my
Dot.
friend. Take
Always,
care.
she loves you, brother.
I love her back.
She's
Love her
actually
back.
got
We're trying
a
not to
wheat
let you know
penny for you. She
though.
saved up a wheat penny for you.
Yeah, I appreciate her. Jorge, take care
Good
of
night,
yourself,
man.
brother. All right. And Lady Freedom rocks.
Hello.
Indeed. Thank you, baby, for coming in. I appreciate it.
Well, I just got my internet back, and when my phone rang, they were having a conversation. You knew I was going to have to come.
Well, I'm looking for you every time. We're here, baby. Love you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, and keep on rocking in the free world, Blue Dot.
Indeed. Lady Freedom out. I love it. Take care of yourself, baby.
You too. Have a great one.
You bet. And Miss Chick. Oh, you're muted up. Her dogs might be barking. Or, there
I'm
she
sorry.
is. That's all right. That's all right.
No, just muted up.
Just muted up.
Just muted up.
That was a good show.
It was very lively. Lots of wonderful people in tonight. Millions of people in the chat. I'm having a hard time keeping up. But yeah. Come back and join us again. And
We'll be here.
We'll have more to talk about, I'm sure.
And I'm sure. I'm
There'll be
sure.
more shit to like. How's that?
There you go. There's going to be plenty more shit, I'm afraid, coming down the pipe.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, there's always more shit. Then we have wonderful people that like our shit.
Well, that's a different kind of shit. We like this shit.
I know.
It's good shit.
Well,
you just got to know your
I guess
shits.
there's differentiate between the good shit and the bad shit.
Yeah, you go. And this is the good shit.
Well, Carl S. in Georgia liked the good shit. Marjorie M. in Pennsylvania did too. Zachary P. in Missouri. Dave S. in Florida. And even Elizabeth P. in El Salvador liked
El
our
Salvador.
shit. Along
El
with
Salvador.
El Salvador.
Thank you, baby.
Even Brianna G. from Vancouver, Canada liked our shit.
Worldwide. We're nationwide, baby.
Worldwide.
I love it. Because this isn't
What's
only
not
an
like
American
to love?
problem. Donald Trump is a world problem. So, of course, the world is paying attention. And we thank them for it. We thank them for it.
And we're paying attention too.
Yep.
We'll continue to.
And I thank you for being here, baby.
You're
you know
welcome.
me, and I'm not on top of my
You're
game.
welcome.
The last several days have been very fucking tough. And, I'm not lying. I'm in a lot of pain right now. But, so, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here and for doing everything that you do.
Thanks for turning on the mic and the camera and YouTube
Set
and
the table,
Facebook.
baby.
Yeah.
I set the table. That's my job. Anyway,
All right.
I love all of y'all. Thank you all for being here, for being a part of this. Stay active. Stay involved. Use your voice. Make sure you are ready to vote. We can't stress that enough. Make sure that you're ready to vote. We have a lot of work to do in the next 10 months, baby. And it's not going to be easy, and it's going to be very trying times. But hold it together, baby. We need to do this peacefully. We can't give it to him. Anyway, I love all y'all. We'll be back here again Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So until then, boy, howdy shit, no matter what life throws at you, find a reason to smile and make somebody else smile, baby. It's not hard to do. Give that shit away. And we'll see y'all on Tuesday. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. I got the wrong thing in my hand. Anyway, good night, Miss Chick.
Good night, John. Good night, Blue Dot family.